Well, here we are again this morning. This is Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. I hope that we find you all healthy, wealthy, and wise today. And no matter who you are, where you are, man, woman, boy or girl, big or little, short or tall, just no matter what. It's the inside person that counts, not the outside person. What you look like doesn't matter. It's what you are inside that's what matters. Now, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. We're in Proverbs chapter 16. It would behoove you today, if you're in the location where you can, to put this thing on pause, get you out a Bible, presumably a King James Version. If you do not have a King James Version, get you out one of those perversions and follow on where I am and see what's perverted about it. Because it's not going to say what I'm saying out of this King James Version. And you're not going to get the same meaning out of it as you get out of this one. So therefore you're going to be led astray. It's like reading a sign wrong and finding out you're going the wrong direction and you've gone 40 miles in the wrong direction. You got to turn around and come back. And I've done that plenty in my life because I don't read directions good. But verse 19, better is it to be of an honorable spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. What he's saying here, it's better to be in the lower end echelon of the people of the crowd and have a good spirit than it is to have a high end spirit and leave the Lord out. And that verse 20, he that handleth the matter wisely shall find good, and whosoever trusteth in the Lord, happy is he. You know, I trust in the Lord and I'm happy. I'm happy because I trust in the Lord. Are you in a battle? Constantly, 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 constantly. Let me tell you a little story. If you're on the front line, the enemy's going to see you. And when they see you, they're going to shoot at you. And if you're on the front line, the devil knows your name. Does the devil know your name this morning? Are you on the front line this morning? By the way, the safest place to be is on the front line. There's very few on the front line. And if you're on the front line, you're being shot at. And when you do get missed, it's the guy behind you that gets hit, not you. And you're just one little target when you're on the front line. But when you're in the back, you're in a crowd. And when you're in a crowd, you're crowded up like this. And nothing's going to get past you. It's going to hit you every time and shake you. That's why those folks today, I call in me and calling preachers and saying, look, and they're crying. Why has God done this to me? The preacher said that the other night, and I see it every day. I hear it every day. And people, why? I wonder why am I where I am? You're where you are because you left the Word off. You left the Bible off. You left righteousness off. You didn't handle the matter properly when it came at you. And now you got problems. You got emotional problems, mental problems, family problems, children problems, problems. And they all coming at you. All right. The wise in heart, it shall be called prudent. And the sweetness of the lips increaseth learning. Listen. These are the sweetest lips right here. This book right here, this Bible, are the sweetest lips you'll ever catch a hold of. And they are prudent, and they will increase your learning. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that hath it. But the instruction of fools is folly. Who are you listening to today? Who's instructing you today? Who are you calling somebody up and saying, you know, I got this matter. What do you think about it? Phooey. Who cares what any other human being thinks about it? Who cares what another human being thinks about it? If you want the answer, you call up God. You get the answer directly from God, the one who designed the matter, the one who is the matter, the one who matters on everything. You call him up and you ask him. You say, Brother Peter, how do I ask God about this problem I've got with my boy? Well, you get in the book and you go back and you find out. The first thing is, it said, he that spareth the rod spoileth the child. Did you do that? If you did, you need to go to your boy and say, boy, this is what I did. I sinned. By not giving you a licking, when you were young, I sinned. Now you're older and you know better, and you don't know better because I didn't teach you better, and now this is partly my problem. And now, you need a licking now, and God's giving you that licking. And it's too late, but you're getting it. And now you got to try to get out of that. But the first thing is ask forgiveness for your error in the way. If you do not lick your child's going to be a child of hell. The Bible said, if you give him a whipping, you will spare his soul from hell. When your child dies and goes to hell a little later on in life, when he's 20 years old or 16, because you didn't lick him when he was 12 or 8 or 9 or 6, and then he ends up dying and going to hell, that's your fault. That's your fault, my friend, not his fault, because you didn't bring him up like you were supposed to. You didn't follow the book. Understanding is a wellspring of life unto him that hath it. But the instruction of fools is folly. Now, we got fools out there today. Say, do not lick your children. That is a fool. A man who says, or a woman says, do not lick your child is a fool. Because they're telling you 100% exactly opposite of what God tells you. And anybody that says the opposite of what God says is a fool. They are a fool, the Bible said, and they're going to be in the fool's place, hell, when they die. That's where they're going to be. They're going to hell. They're not going to heaven if they're a fool. Now, the fool has said in his heart, no God for me. And everything God says, they say the opposite. It's like the man that says, we come from a monkey. God said he made man, and another man comes along and said, no, we came from a monkey. He's going to die and go to hell too. You cannot believe in evolution and go to heaven. You cannot believe in evolution and go to heaven. Listen to Brother Peter. Listen to me. This is going to make some of you guys real upset. Some of you who think you're Christians, think you are following God, and you believe in evolution, you're a liar. You're lying to yourself. You're a liar, a thief, and a cheat, and you're stealing your own soul from going to heaven, and you're condemning it to hell forever and ever, and you're going to burn in that place of fire, and you're going to see where God is and who made man when you get in hell, that's for sure. All right, understanding, it said here, is a wellspring, a well that springs over the top. Understanding is a wellspring of life, not death, of life, forever. And that's verse 22. When we become a Christian, a saved person, and we start to learn how to be a Christian, Christ-like. When we learn how to be Christ-like, then we start running over and we become a wellspring. And unto him that hath it, but the instructions of fools is folly. Just remember that this morning. You're in Proverbs 16. Read it. Read it for yourself. Ask God to show it to you. Read it one verse at a time. Learn it one verse at a time. Recite it one verse at a time. Read it back to yourself one verse at a time. If you have to sit down, put a mirror in front of yourself and preach yourself a message out of it. I tell you what, some of the best messages you'll ever get is reading this word back to yourself in a mirror and weighing yourself according to this word and being honest about it and say, look right at yourself in the mirror and say, am I doing that? Am I that person or am I a fool? Which one am I? You're one or the other. There's no in between. You're either a fool's folly or you're in the understanding of the book. You're one place or the other. Now remember, the fool has said, no God for me. Have you asked Jesus Christ to forgive you of your sin today? Have you asked him to come in your heart and save your soul? Did you mean it when you did it? If you're not light and you're darkness, then you didn't mean it. It doesn't make a difference what you said if there's no proof.